So now you have your blog set up and you're ready to actually create a new post. From your dashboard screen, you'll click on the New Post button in the top menu. Always choose a title that's catchy, that invites readers to want to read your post. But not too long as well, especially when I've worked with younger students. They tend to want to put an entire sentence there, and we have to talk about how it has to be short, a short title that tells the reader what your post is going to be about. Under here, under the actual post window, you can see this looks very similar to what students should be used to in basic word processing. So they can type the post, and then they have some basic buttons like bold, italicize, underline. They can change the size, and they have some different font options as well as color options. So typical word processing functionality. One thing that is different, that might be different for students who are not used to doing multimodal writing, is the ability to add hyperlinks, which are basically links to a website on the internet. So again, if they're going to link to something, they can highlight it, click on this little chain, and then it will ask them to put in their URL. Add link. And when they're done with their post, they could hit Save Draft if they want to save if it's not ready to go live, if they're just working on the draft. Or Publish would mean that it would go live altogether. As the teacher, you always have the ability to remove things, so that's also good to note. If you are more advanced, you can go to the HTML tab, and if you know how to insert your own HTML codes that allow you to do different things, more fancy things, you can do that as well. To upload media, let me go back to show you that one more time. You could click Upload Insert Media. It gives you options to choose media from your computer, from a URL, so audio, video, or an image, or a media library. It is important to note when you're working with media, this is the most opportune time for you to teach your students digital citizenship, that it's not okay to just pull images from the web and post them without citing your sources and making sure that the images are licensed for that. If you use a site like Wikimedia Commons or another known site that has free to use images, then that's probably a great place to start, to point your students to a safe source where you know that they are able to, but always have your students cite their source of where they're getting their multimedia. So here's a great place where you can do that. Okay. So as you can see, it's very easy. And then underneath you have the ability to allow comments or not. If you want to preview it to see what it looks like first before you publish it, you can always click the preview and then you get an idea of what it looks like, or if you wanted to test your link. So in this case, we put that link to Google, and if I wanted to test it to make sure that worked, I could easily do that.